man now caught in the middle of that fighting.
Action News' Gray Hall joins us now here in the studio with his story and more on that escalating tension, Gray.
Hey, Brian and Sarah, the UN
Crisis in the Middle East.
Right now, Israel and Palestinians are locked in a days-long battle that's getting more violent by the hour.
As destruction and deaths mount on both sides, we spoke with a local man now caught in the middle of that fighting.
Action News' Gray Hall joins us now here in the studio with his story and more on that escalating tension, Gray.
Hey, Brian and Sarah, the UN now fearing this conflict could turn into a full-scale war. A local man in Israel right now visiting his family. As he does that, his family back here at home is horrified by what they are seeing play out on television. They're hoping their loved one will make it back safely. The violence continues overseas. Israel is bombing the Gaza Strip, and Hamas is firing rockets toward Tel Aviv and other sites. It is the worst fighting in this area since 2014. Norberth resident Elon Geller is in Israel visiting family. He says hearing rockets go off is unnerving.
We would just hear the pops go off, quite a lot of them.
Sadly, he says the area has grown accustomed to the violence.
Every home here has a bunker, room that you can go into. You hear the alarm, you have about 90 seconds to get in there.
Dozens have died and even more have been injured. The chaos began during the Muslim holy month of Ramadan when there was a clash between Israeli police and congregants of a mosque in Jerusalem.
There's a lot of rockets that have been sent over, but like I said, about 90% of them have been shot down.
Leaders with the Jewish Federation of Greater Philadelphia are keeping a close eye on this conflict.
We're over here 7 hours behind, trying to keep up with our friends and family over in Israel.
Steve Rosenberg, the group's chief operating officer, fears that things will only get worse before they get better.
They're considering ground troops, which would not be good for anybody.
CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations, says the violence on both sides is disappointing.
You would think that after so many wars, both sides would learn that there is no military solution to this conflict.
It is not clear just how long this conflict will last, but many are hoping it ends soon before more lives are lost and more cities are destroyed.
The end result would be for peace, for these kinds of escalations to not be happening, for us to be able to figure out ways to do this without the violence.
Everyone now hoping for peace. The UN and the U.S. State Department calling for calm in this situation, but the Israeli military is calling up thousands of reservists, adding that this is not going to be a short campaign. Sarah.
Okay, hopefully he's okay and gets home safely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gray.